Hello, my name is Neesha Amrish and I'm the founder for brand Aeshaane, Chennai. Well, I come from a very humble middle class family but with a very strong creative rooting. My mom let me dabble in meaningless craft ideas for hours on end, and at the tender age of 5, I remember watching my grandmom actually stitch frocks, and I was exposed to fabric with laces, embroidery, and most important of all, matching colors. And maybe that's where subconsciously the journey actually began. Well, I had a chance to visit a sericulture farm once, and I saw a lot of live worms that were being thrown into boiling water just to create like 1 meter of silk. And being a vegetarian, it was a very gruesome sight for me. It gave me sleepless nights, and I thought that there must be some way to make silk without killing the silkworms. And that's when my research actually began. And I realized that there were rural audiences, like-minded audiences like me, who were rearing this silk in a very natural form in a village in the middle of nowhere. So away from this world of glitz and glamour, that is me and my companion, my mother-in-law, decided to travel. And we stayed there for a good 6 months without basic supplies like food, water and electricity. Like I remember we used to travel a couple of kilometers just to get a good meal, or had many sleepless nights without current. But that was my dream in the making. Well, I would say Ms. Indra Nooyi, the former chairwoman of PepsiCo, the second largest beverage company in the world. And her journey up the corporate ladder has been truly amazing. Well, there are a lot of challenges. I remember that I didn't have money to buy blocks back then, and I used to take vegetables from my mother-in-law's kitchen. We used to cut it in different shapes and sizes. And I remember taking a potato once, a really large one, and we cut a huge leaf. And that was my first block. So we called it the Aloo block. And little did we know that this was going to be housed in world-famous museums later on. And people thought that the designs were too bold, and maybe my Punjabi upbringing had something to do with it. I always like everything big and bold. The color combinations were very stark, but and of course fabric, which is coarse with imperfections, was not truly meant to be designer wear. So the journey wasn't very easy, but life changed for me after VNA. Well, I think my team is my superpower. I would say, starting from Shalini, who's my store in charge, I'd already said she's almost like a second mother to my daughter. So without her, I won't be able to achieve what I have done today. Well, I would again like to quote Steve Jobs, saying that don't let the noise of other opinions drown you, and always have the courage to follow your heart and intuition, because somehow they already know who you truly want to become. If I can, you can. This Women's Day, celebrate yourself and be you, because there's nobody more beautiful than being yourself. So happy Women's Day. And I'd like to thank Phoenix Market City, Chennai for this wonderful initiative. Thank you.